Let me begin. I came to win. Good morning, traders. What's up and what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Money Tuesday. Oh yeah, that is right. It's Money. Did I say Tuesday? My bad, guys. Money Thursday. I wish it was Tuesday because we would have another 4 days to go. But Money Thursday, February 10th, 2022. 8:57 a.m. We have about 33 minutes until the market opens. So how we all doing today? How we feeling today? We ready to rock and roll. We feeling good. We energetic. We fired up. Ready to hit this market hard and have another amazing day in the market, guys. I tell you what, this week has been an absolutely and just an amazing week, guys. Just an absolutely amazing week. As you guys can tell, I'm stuttering over my words, cried a bit. Why is that? My daughter's sick. She's home again. She was up all night puking. So yes, I am lack of sleep once again. Woo! So bear with me, guys. I'm over here blah, 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 stuttering over those words. So bear with me, guys. Again, lack of sleep. My brain just doesn't work all the time. All right. So hit me with that big old good morning, traders inside of chat. How are we doing? And once again, I hope you guys are fired up, ready to rock and roll, and ready to have an awesome day in the markets. Everybody over on YouTube, hit me with a big old good morning as well. Who's over on the tube? DBDB. What's up, man? Good morning. Steve, Diego, John, Denise, Raymond, Steve. Woo! Let's get it. I can't even imagine. And my wife wants to have another kid as well. I can only imagine having 2-3 kids, all sick, all puking at the same time. That does not sound fun, and I don't want to experience that. So for now, we got the one kiddo. For now. For now. TR, what's up? AJ, Spaz, Steve, Barbie, Crypto Cool, Steve, John, Chris, Alpha. Let's go. How we all doing, Corey? Jim, good morning. 2 kids, I got 4. I don't even want 2 kids. I just want the one, right? I just want to keep her, okay? But anyway, guys, let's not waste any time. We have a lot to talk about today, right? So, actually, we don't have a lot to talk about. And here's why we really don't have that much to talk about. Because CPI numbers just came out. Yes, that is correct. CPI numbers are out. The numbers were slightly higher than expected. Wall Street doesn't like uncertainty, even though it was just a little bit. It was still a little bit higher than expected. Wall Street doesn't like that, doesn't like uncertainty. That's why we see the SPY down right now, $4. That's why we see the Qs down right now, $6. I spent all morning, which I do every single morning, getting our morning stock newsletter ready to go, posting everything in alerts, right? Every stock that I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it, our levels, our entries, our targets, right? AMC, Roblox, Boeing, Netflix, Apple. Guess what, team? These stocks were all longs, right? Every single stock on our large cap watch list for options. Again, Spotify, Roblox, AMC, Boeing, Netflix, Apple. These were all looking great to the long side today, right? That was my watch list. That's what I identified. 8:30, CPI numbers come out. These are no longer good long setups. Why is that? Well, we know that when there's excess volatility in the market, when the SPY and the Qs are moving rapidly and quickly, right? And there's a lot of fluctuation, a lot of big swings up, a lot of big swings down. What do these individual stocks tend to do? They move in correlation with the SPY, with the Qs. So Apple looks good to the long side. Does it look good long now? No, right? Netflix was looking good to the long side. Does it look good long now? No. Boy, was looking good over 214.26. We're below that level now, right? The overall market's falling. These individual stocks are starting to fall as well. So we had a lot of good opportunity today in the markets, right? We were prepared, ready to rock and roll, but that's how quickly things can change in the market. Just like that, with one press release, one article, one thing, everything completely turns around, and now we have to go back to the drawing board and find the best opportunity. But here's what I think, right? There was a lot of great long setups. Now you're probably thinking, well, why not just take those good long setups shorts? And I have a reason for that, okay? Why overcomplicate the process? If you have to go back and look at the SPY and the Qs anyway, why not just trade the SPY and the Qs, right? If you're looking to go long on Netflix, let's say you see a great long opportunity and you want to take it long, right? And you don't go look at the SPY and the Qs, right? And those look like they're getting ready to dump. Would you really want to take Netflix long? Probably not, because if the SPY and the Qs are falling and fading and looking weak, looking like it's going to move lower, that's really going to impact your long trade on Netflix, your long trade on Roblox, Spotify, whatever the case is, because there's excess volatility in the market. So you're going to have to look at the SPY and the Qs anyway to reference those before you take a trade on an individual stock like Apple, Netflix, or Boeing, right? You're going to have to. So why look at Boeing and then have to go look at the SPY and the Qs at the same time and back and forth just to get a Boeing trade on? Why not just take your focus and put it where everybody else's focus is as well, on the SPY and the Qs? So with that being said, that is my plan for today. Okay, if the markets continue to fade and fall and sell off, we have great opportunity in the market. We're going to see some big swings today, okay, with the SPY. Most likely going to continue to see these big swings with the Qs. We need to sit back and wait to make sure that this wasn't just an overreaction and see the Qs shoot back up and break resistance. See the SPY shoot back up and break resistance. If this is a short-term move, right, this is a simple, quick overreaction, and we see the markets rebound for whatever reason, we can go back to the watch list, Apple, Netflix, Boeing, AMC, and still look at these trades for longs, okay? But as long as the markets are very volatile, big upswings and downswings, still moving lower overall, we definitely don't want to take those long setups that you see on the morning stock newsletter, number one. And number two, simplify the process. Put your focus on the Qs, put your focus on the SPY, right? You can see some big moves and make some big profits just on those two ETFs. So keep it simple, right? That's where our focus is today when it comes to options and large caps, the SPY and the Qs. Now, if you don't like trading options and you don't have an account that trades something that's $300, $400 in value, what can you do? You can go trade an inverse ETF, right? You got UVXY, you have SPXS, you have VXX as well. Now, these are going to be inverse ETFs. So if you don't like trading options and the markets are still falling and dumping and fading to the downside, what are these inverse ETFs going to do? Well, these inverse ETFs are what? These inverse ETFs are going to move to the upside, correct? Give me 1 second. Let me do something real quick, guys. Sorry, I need to test something real quick. That just come through? Yep. Okay, so I'm doing a test on the back end, so I didn't want to take too much time away. So yeah, you can trade an inverse ETF, right? So if the SPY and the Qs are looking weak and looking bearish, but you don't want to trade options and you don't want to physically short the SPY and the Qs, you can look to go long on an inverse ETF. Most popular inverse ETFs, you got UVXY, VXX, and SPXS. Right? That's where you could put your focus for today, would be on an inverse ETF, guys. Okay? Let's talk about these pennies, right? We don't really have a lot of stocks with news today. Okay? We only have about 3 different stocks with news. We have IRNT, AREB, and DDOG, and that's just that's going to be earnings, right? We also have Disney earnings. We also had Twilio earnings, TWLO. I didn't post those up here though. IRNT, shares were up 21% in pre-market trading Thursday. Company said it executed a multi-year contract with a Gulf Cooperation Council country, which is remaining anonymous to help protect its operational security. IRNT, this stock right now is a medium in float, right? It's 34 million in float. On average, it trades 1.5 million shares. Today, we're trading 6.7 million shares, right? So we have a low enough float stock to see this move quickly, right? We have the volume, right? We have high relative volume. It's currently up 25%. We have a catalyst. We have news. The only thing right now is it's not really doing a whole lot in pre-market, right? We had some nice action last night, but so far in pre-market, this stock really isn't doing a whole lot. Support right now on IRNT that we want to really ideally see the stock stay above, that shows strength and that we could see more room to the upside, is going to be $4.20. We want to see IRNT stay above. Now, if IRNT can hold up above that 420 level, we have room back up to 5. And then we have some room up towards around those highs from yesterday in post-market. Let's just call it 525, right? You actually have a gap fill here on IRNT as well. So over 529, you would have some room to 551. And if this stock ever breaks over 551, we do have this daily gap fill up towards around 633. But first and foremost, we need to make sure this stock's going to hold above that 420 and start to get some volume, some movement back to the upside here. We have room to 5, psychological resistance, post-market highs of 529, up to this upper shadow at 551, and then this potential gap fill up towards around 663, or I'm sorry, 633, right? I'm tired and I'm dyslexic. That's just absolutely amazing. I'm tired and I'm dyslexic. So IRNT, we're definitely going to watch this one. High RVol, relative volume, low enough float stock. We can see this move, and we have a catalyst as well. So we're definitely going to be watching IRNT above that 420 level. DRMA, no news. This stock has been falling over the past about week now, from around 250 down to 94 cents. We're simply seeing a bounce off $1, guys. That's all that's happening. $1, natural support, one of the strongest levels for penny stocks when it comes to support and resistance. Yes, we hit 94 yesterday, bounced back up, and again, it just started the move off $1. There is no news on this stock. Okay, DRMA is a low float though. Okay, it's a 4 million in float stock. It's trading 10x on the volume. On average, it's 240,000 shares is what it trades. Today in pre-market, 2.6 million, and it's up 23%. But again, there's no catalyst here. It has the volume. It's a low enough float stock, but there's no catalyst. It's simply just bouncing off $1. We had support at 137. We're falling back below 137. So where's support now? It's at $1, guys. All the way back down at $1. But if we don't fall all the way back down to $1 and we regain 137, we break back above 137 and we hold 137 as support, we do have some potential, guys. We could absolutely see this up towards around that $2 mark on DRMA. But just keep in mind, there's no news. It's a simple technical bounce off $1 psychological support. Again, one of the strongest levels for penny stocks is $1. Low flow, good volume. Right now, support's $1 though, right? So we have another 32 cents to fall to the downside. But if we can break and regain 137, that may show some strength, and we could have some potential on DRMA back up towards around $2. And then last but not least, as far as news, we have ticker AREB announced today the closing of an underwritten public offering at a price of $4.15 per share. That's why we saw the stock get some nice action. AREB. AREB is, where's that float at? AREB. Where are you at? I just saw you. Right up here, 71 million in float. Okay, so it's a large, right? I classify low float stocks anything under 25 million. Between 25, I would say, to 50 is a medium, right? And then we get up to 100 million in float. That's large. So right between that 50 and that 100 in the middle, it's not a large float stock. It's also not a medium. It's a large, right? It's right in the middle. It's definitely a low enough float stock that we could see the stock move here today. And we have the volume, right? We're trading 3.1 million shares on average, 400,000. So it shows high relative volume, right? We have a low enough float stock to get some action. There is a catalyst. There is a reason for the stock to be moving, versus like DRMA that's just bouncing off $1. So we do have AREB, but again, a lot of these stocks that are gapping up fresh today really don't look the best, do they? They just don't look that appealing at this point in time. And we've been seeing that a lot this week. So we come in Monday, top stocks with news, right? Those stocks don't move. What stocks move? Prior day movers, right? Tuesday, stocks with news, right? We have some opportunity. Those stocks don't move. What's moving? Prior day movers. Same thing yesterday. All of our top stocks with news weren't the number one gainers. They were prior day movers, guys. KAVL, right? DCFC, PHUN, BBIG, SBEV, these prior day movers that don't have news today. This is where the momentum is. This is where the focus is, and the volume is with these prior day movers. So that's where I think overall the opportunity is going to be. But we still need to get prepared on these stocks that have news today, such as DRMA. We just did get prepared. We know what to look for. IRNT, and AREB, just in case these are the stocks that have the opportunity for today. But at this point in time, I still believe it's going to be prior day movers simply because that's what we've seen all week. So what are the best prior day movers at this point in time? Well, it was BBIG, not anymore. BBIG had some pretty good support at 345. We were wanting to see this hold above 345, right? If we lost it, we have room down to 315. So right now at this point in time, we have room down to 315 on BBIG. We are trying to hold above that lower shadow at 331 on BBIG. But if we crack 331, we are going to come down to 315 here, guys. If we can hold 331, that shows some strength. We could see it bounce back up to 345, but really what we're looking for the next big leg up, not just a 10-cent move or a 15-cent move, but talking like up to $4 and $4.17 next, we need to regain 345. So that means re-breaking and holding back above 345. That's when we have the potential to get that bigger move to the upside. Again, $4 and then $4.17 being the 200-day moving average. So right now, BBIG in pre-market, when I put this together, was looking decent over 345. But right now, we just need to sit back, relax, and watch and see how low the stock's going to go and see where support is, right? See where the stock ends up finding support, and let's see if there's any opportunity today. So a little bit of a back burner at this point in time with BBIG. BKKT, this stock has been doing very, very well over the past 3 days, moving from $4.30 all the way to $7.84. We had current support here in pre-market at $7.15, right? It is no longer support, it's resistance. So we have $7.15 resistance at this point in time. I was looking for the stock to hold above that $7.15. We had room all the way up to $7.84 to $8. We had room to $8.75, $9, and then $10. But right now, we're starting to fade and fall here a little bit below $7.15 support, which is now going to be resistance. So how much lower could we see this go? Well, we are sitting right at an okay level of support, $4.75. You drop below $4.75, you have $4.58. Drop below $4.58, you got $6.38. So again, where's the stock going to come down to? Only time will tell. Where's support? We got to wait and see where support is. What we would really want to be looking for a bigger move to the upside today into those overhead targets that we just talked about is this stock getting back above that $7.15 support. And if it can, we have room to $7.84, to $8, $8.75, and maybe even $10. But if we can't get back above that $7.15 and we simply consolidate between these levels of support, we could be setting up for a moving average squeeze formation. Remember, I said it's still too early. We have a lot of time, but if we see this not break the 50 SMA and consolidate a few days in between these levels, this could be a beautiful moving average squeeze formation. So that is a possibility. If we don't get that break and that rip and run on BKKT today, then we still need to keep this on watch tomorrow and come next week, as it's a really nice potential moving average squeeze formation. So this one is not coming off the watch list, but we should watch it today. It is a little bit of a back burner at this point in time. KAVL is definitely one of the top stocks I do want to watch. Nice mid-candle breakout yesterday on KAVL. This was our trade. This was a nice $600-700 winner for me. Beautiful mid-candle breakout. Yes, we gave a lot back, but we are pulling back into support at 175. So I want to keep KAVL on watch between 175 and 181. Right? 175 support, 181 support. If we can hold this level, we could easily re-break 2 and squeeze back up towards yesterday's highs of 228 on KAVL. Anything over that 228, 227 level there on KAVL, we would have some room next up towards around 275. So right now, I want to keep KAVL on watch, simply because yesterday the mid-candle breakout worked out beautifully, and we could still see some continuation to the upside, right? Sometimes mid-candle breakouts are multi-day movers to the upside after it breaks out. Yes, every now and then they're one and dones. This thing could fade and fall and crack support and be done. But if it doesn't crack support and if it doesn't fade and fall, we could still see, again, some movement to the upside, as every now and then these mid-candle breakouts are multi-day movers. So KAVL at this point in time, one of my top stocks I want to watch above that 175 to 181. PHUN, I did want to watch this, but again, it's below all of our levels. A lot of these stocks that we were looking at are starting to fall below a lot of our key levels. So really quickly on PHUN, I'm not interested in this until it's breaking and holding back above 345. That was a pretty strong level that we needed to get above Tuesday and Wednesday, or I'm sorry, Monday and Tuesday. We were above it yesterday, and here in pre-market, we're starting to slide back below that 345. So with PHUN, I'm not interested in this stock until we get back above that 345. Now, if we can get back above and hold 345, we do have room to 355. You can see it up towards around that 370 to 373, and then $4. But at this point in time, it's a patience game. Sit back, relax, and just wait. If it breaks and holds above 345 and it gives you an opportunity, take the trade. If it never re-breaks and holds above 345, don't take the trade. So right now, it's just a game of patience, waiting for one of these stocks to go, here you go, trade me. This is the opportunity that you've been waiting for. I'm presenting you the opportunity. You only need one good trade to make it happen. All right. So again, we're sitting back and waiting for that one good trade, but we have a good watch list and we have stocks with potential. All right. Another back burner stock I want to watch is going to be ATER, but just like BKKT, just like XELA and ANY, what could this be setting up in? A moving average squeeze formation. So we're going to watch ATER to see if it has more juice left in it today, up towards around like 393. But overall, I'm kind of leaning towards it'll probably set up for a moving average squeeze formation because that's what we're seeing across the board with penny stocks. But still want to keep it on watch. A little bit of a back burner play. Maybe it breaks, $4 and rips and runs, and maybe it's not a moving average squeeze formation. But if we see it consolidate in between the 20 EMA and the 50 SMA for a few days, it could be setting up like BON for a moving average squeeze. It could be setting up like ANY for a moving average squeeze, XELA, possibly PROG, right? Now we have ATER, we have BKKT, maybe EYES, right? We have about 6 different stocks that are possibly setting up for a moving average squeeze formation. And this is a go-to swing trade for me. And if you guys are wondering, what's a moving average squeeze? This is a moving average squeeze where the stock gets tighter and tighter and tighter in between that 20 EMA and that 50 SMA, causing the stock to squeeze. And 80% of the time, these break out and rip and run. I love these trades. High probability trades, low risk, high reward. The last one that I took was last year with you guys on ATER, and that was over 1,000%. All right, ATER last year, if you guys don't remember, we took this for the moving average squeeze formation. On those options, we made over 1,000%. These are high reward, low risk setups. So right now, we're starting to see the same thing with ATER. We're seeing that with BKKT, right? We're seeing that potential with PROG, XELA, ANY, BON. It only takes one to get the rest of them going, right? It only takes one. If ANY does it, watch for XELA to do it. Watch for PROG to do it, ATER. But if you don't have one play on out, they may all not play out. So again, it usually only takes one to kind of get that trend going for any kind of patterns or kind of setups, right? We've seen it with mid candles a lot. Get one mid candle breakout, the next day you get another one. Then you get another one, and you're like 2 weeks in, you're like, dude, all I'm seeing are mid-candle breakouts. Well, because that's how traders are trading. They're out there looking for those possible mid-candle breakouts, and that's where the focus is. So if we see one of these moving average squeeze formations actually work out and get in a nice big move to the upside, we could be ready to go for these other ones that could start ripping and running to the upside as well, okay? So that's kind of my focus, and that's kind of my approach with some of these stocks that could be setting up for moving average squeeze formations. One of yesterday's top gainers was Grcl. All right, so Grcl, what we're looking for is for this stock to get back above yesterday's highs. Right. So that's right around 411. So breaking above 411, that's where we could see the next wave of volume move in and see the next leg up to around $5. Again, in pre-market, doesn't look good, but it's one of yesterday's top gainers. Maybe traders decide to go back to one of these prior day movers. So right now, we don't really have a super nice watch list anymore, right? Coming into the day, we had a lot of great opportunity. Things were looking phenomenal. Things were looking great, holding levels, but now things are starting to fade and fall the closer to the bell that we get. And especially with some of these large caps like Netflix, Apple, Boeing, AMC. I mean, overall, we were having a lot of good setups today, and I was very excited to get something going. But right now, just having to take a small step back. And that step back is, where's the opportunity? Where's my focus? Well, it's going to be with the SPY, the Qs, inverse ETF, and then literally sitting back, looking at our high of the day momentum scanner, looking at our breakout scanner. Do any of these names, any of these stocks that we just talked about, start hitting one of these scanners? If so, let's make it happen. But right now, it's a game of patience. It's a game of sitting back, being patient, being disciplined at the start of the day, and just waiting to see what stock traders go to. And then let's go to the stock, let's identify the opportunity, and let's make money. Let's keep it simple. But right now, we're just sitting back and waiting to see what happens with the SPY and the Qs out of the gate and where the volume goes for one of these penny stocks. Where are traders going to go? What's up with RHE? I see that one's creeping on up here, guys. RHE. I don't have any news on RHE. It's a low float stock. It's a former runner. Let's just go ahead and add it on watch and see if it's consistent. All right, guys. So questions. We have about 6 minutes to go. Any stocks that you guys like? Any stocks that you want me to take a look at? Anything that you think has the potential for today? And we're going to go ahead and cast a vote as well. What stock do you think is going to do the best today? Do you think the number one stock is going to be DRMA? Do you think it's going to be RHE, IRNT, BKKT, BBIG? Or do you think it's going to be simply the SPY and the Qs? So here inside the chat, you just saw a notification pop up at the top. Click it. Go ahead and cast your vote. What stock do you think is going to do the best today? And let's see what you guys are thinking here inside of chat. Cast those votes. Let me know what you're thinking. Kamal, good morning. Dougie, what's up? Steve, Texas. Woo, we got everybody inside of chat today. Everybody is ready to rock and roll. Let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. Let's have an awesome day. What are you guys thinking here inside of chat? All right, we got 33% of chat saying BKKT. I like BKKT, I do. 50% of chat saying the SPY. Again, team, cast those votes. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And those of you over on YouTube, go ahead and just type it up, okay? What stock do you think is going to do the best today over on YouTube? What are you guys thinking? Go ahead and type it one more time. Let's go ahead and see what you guys are thinking, right? Share that with chat. Type it up. What stock do you think is going to be the best today? While you guys are doing that, let me get prepared on RHE and see where this stock could go. Mark is saying the SPY. Victor, the SPY and the Qs. I agree. KAVL, you know, I like KAVL as well. That's probably one of the ones that I think have good potential. BKKT, depending on how we hold on up, maybe. Right? Still coming on in. BBIG, not really. AREB, it's got this nice bottom forming, right? AREB has this really nice bottom forming, has news. It's a low enough float stock to see it move. I like that. Even IRNT doesn't look all that bad, guys. Okay? RHE support right now, I'm going to put you back down at $5 natural support with room to 6 and then 669. So IRNT and AREB, I like it. I do like KAVL as well. And it seems like a lot of us are thinking it's going to be SPY and the Qs, which I agree with that as well. Right? I agree with that as well. So let's go ahead and see what you guys are thinking. 58% of chat saying the SPY and the Qs. We have 33% of chat saying BKKT. All right, so okay, and then BBIG is 8% of chat. So right now it looks like all of us are going to be focusing primarily on the SPY and the Qs. I think that's a good choice. But we are going to be watching BKKT, AREB, and KAVL. And I do apologize, those weren't on the list. I can only put so many stocks on the list. All right, so again, if it wasn't on the list and you think it's going to be something different, just go ahead and let me know, guys. Just type it up inside of chat. All right, so as you guys can see, I have no trades on the day. I am tradeless. I would say out of the gate, guys, let's watch RHE above 5. Watch KAVL above that 181. KAVL has a lot of great potential today. And let's definitely watch AREB also. AREB doesn't look all that bad. So those are going to be the top 3 pennies that I'm watching. AREB above that 250. KAVL above 181. And RHE above 5. Now, back burners, you got GRCL. Keep this one on watch for the break over 411. ATER is a back burner. PHUN, back burner. BKKT and BBIG, back burners at this time as well. IRNT and DRMA. So I know there's a lot of stocks on the watch list, but our goal is to sit back at the start of the day. Again, look at our scanners. Look and see what stock we've identified as good opportunity. Which one is getting the hype, the volume, the attention from traders. We're going to be able to see that based on our scanners. And then what our goal is to clean up this watch list, eliminate the noise, get rid of the stocks that no longer have potential for today. And again, really all over the SPY and the Qs as well. Those are going to be our top 2 big boy watches for options. So we are all set, ready to rock. Scanners are now live. If we crack below, 451.06 on the SPY, watch for it to come back down to the 200 SMA team. Right, so watch for this to come back down to that 200 SMA at 443.88. And then kind of the same thing with the Qs. If the Qs drop below 459.23, watch for the Qs to drop down to 352. So there's still a lot of opportunity here with the SPY and the Qs, guys. Right, but personally sitting back, relaxed with the SPY and the Qs at the start of the day. Want to make sure that it's not just a false move, right? Like an overreaction, okay? But we're live. We were all set, ready to rock and roll. Eyes on scanners. Top 3 stocks we're watching right out of the gate. AREB, KAVL, and RHE. And we're watching these scanners, looking to see where traders decide to go. Let's have an awesome day. Let's have some fun. And let's make some profits. Yes, DCFC is on the back burner watch list as well, but the stock is gapping down about 13%. So until we go green on the day, I'm not too crazy about it, as we have room to fall back down to $10. So we were absolutely watching this one yesterday because we were getting that nice slight gap up, flagging out a pre-market, nice gap and go. Right now, this is our first gap down. This could be our first red day. We need to sit back and wait to see if DCFC can actually hold on up. But this may be the first red day that we see here off the gap down. It could be a good short all the way back down towards around 11.15 on DCFC. But we are watching that. That is a little bit of a back burner at this point in time. Ding, 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 ding. So right now, I want to bring our attention to AREB, guys. AREB. I'm not going to be a buyer here, but we are starting to break the VWAP. We have great volume out of the gate off that 9 EMA, and this stock has room to 333. So definitely let's keep this one on watch. I'm not taking it on the first break over VWAP, but I do want to keep this one on watch here at the start of the day. So DRMA was hitting that breakout scanner. Nothing happening there. IRNT, nothing yet. So yeah, I think AREB has the best potential right now, guys. So AREB is above the VWAP. We had a quick retest of VWAP here, but as you guys know, I've been trading more in the 5-minute time frame, and it's been much better. Again, sit back, be patient, team. You're only 2 minutes in. If you don't have a trade open, dude, it's okay. Some of our best trades have come after 10 o'clock. Now, yesterday was a good one, right? We had KAVL for the mid candle in the first 5 minutes. There was opportunity there, right? There was opportunity there. But right now, sit back, be patient. I'm really looking to short the crap out of the SPY, and I'm going to look to short the crap out of the Qs today. If we crack below that 451, I definitely look for a all-day fader down towards around 444 on the SPY. We all know that the SPY is shortable. Get anything going there on the SPY. Qs bouncing up a little bit. Light volume bounce, though. So we start cracking below those pre-market lows, guys. Those are some daily levels as well. I'm looking to short the Qs and the SPY. And what my game plan would be is, you know, if you guys were taking a couple contracts, right, you'd look to jump in on a couple contracts, take some quick initial profits, hard stop at break even, and leave a runner to see if we get down to those lower levels today. Again, the Qs have room down to 353. That could be a big boy winner. And the SPY has room down to 444. So your goal would be to get a quick win, right? Maybe 2 contracts, lock in the first one quick for some quick profit, hard stop at break even, leave a runner just in case you see an all-day fader to the 200 SMA on the SPY. I'd be taking the share position. So I would take half my position quick for some initial profits. Then I would take my stop at break even and leave the rest on the table just to see if we get that all-day fader. That's how I'd be looking to trade the SPY and the Qs. Again, cracking below those daily levels that are also pre-market lows. You got some great opportunity for some big-time profits. So traders like the 5-minute time frame simply because it eliminates noise, right? If you look at a 1-minute time frame, certain times it's very noisy, right? I mean, look at how scattered these candles are, right? On a 1-minute time frame, very noisy, very scattered. A lot of traders think they get a lot of false moves and a lot of false signals, like entry and exit signals on a 1 minute, which is true. So it's just personal preference. I like the 1-minute time frame. It allows me to really zoom in and see those smaller time frame candles and the price action behind them. It's personal preference. I like a 1 minute, but basically traders trade off a 5-minute because they don't get as many false signals for entries and for exits. It's a little bit cleaner on a 5-minute, and it really just eliminates a lot of the noise. So again, if you look at this on a 5-minute now, it's just much cleaner on a 5-minute. It's not as choppy. It's not as, some would say, as messy, as scattered, right? Look at how scattered and messy those candles look on a 1-minute BBIG yesterday. Look at it on a 5-minute, right? It's a lot cleaner. It's a lot easier to read. So those would be the reasons why traders prefer, like a higher time frame, such as a 5-minute over a 1-minute time frame. So look at that. AREB just said, I'm going over VWAP. No pullback. So AREB is testing your patience right now, right? AREB is really testing your patience. Are you going to give in to FOMO? Are you going to give in to greed? Are you going to chase this stock after it just ripped 80 cents to the upside? Or are you going to sit back and wait for a pullback, knowing that the stock will pull back, right? It's not going to go up forever. There's going to be profit taking. That's going to cause the stock to pull back. Now, if it's a healthy pullback and we still have buyers and interest, we could look to buy the pullback for the next leg up and make good profits. But who in the world wants to touch AREB after it's already ran 80 cents to the upside? My rule is if a penny stock moves more than 25 to 50 cents without pulling back, I will not touch it. If it wants to go parabolic into the freaking moon, okay, that's fine. But it's way too risky. You are gambling if you're touching the stock right here at these highs. And AREB was my choice, right? That was one of my my choices for our top three. KAVL was number 2. RHE was number 3, but RHE is not doing anything. Looking for the next best opportunity. I know BBIG is moving a little bit here. Again, 345 is a key level. We're right back below 345. No reason to touch that one yet. BKKT needs to get back above that 715. No reason to touch that yet. No reason to touch KAVL. Nothing on PHUN, ATER. So right now, very clear that every trader in the market right now, they're focused on AREB. Support on AREB is back down. Light support, dip buy opportunity, 335. Right, those are the pre-market highs, pre-market resistance. We broke above. We came back and retested on this last 1 minute candle, right? So we opened, quick pullback, retest to 335, and rip on up. So right now, light support for a dip buy on AREB is going to be 335. Still watching the SPY and the Qs as well. So notice the volume as the stock ripped up over the past 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Very nice volume to the upside. The volume matches the price, right? Matches the candles, right? Candles going up, stock moving up, volume's increasing as well. That's healthy. That shows strength. Along these pullbacks, when you see profit taking, you would ideally want to see these pullbacks occur on less volume into levels of support. That's telling us that sellers are slowly being depleted and that they're running out of momentum, and that buyers can move back in and continue the trend higher. So when we see these pullbacks after big moves to the upside, we want to see these pullbacks on decreasing volume. That is healthy, and that's what we're seeing right now, and that's a good sign that we still have room to the upside on AREB. So right now, I still have no trades. I'm sitting back, looking to see. When I do a stop loss, it's a stop market. And the reason I do stop markets, not stop limits, is with penny stocks, they move quick. Your order could be passed, and your limit order is still sitting there, and you're not going to get filled. So with penny stocks, because they're very volatile and they move quick, I personally do stop markets because it's a guarantee fill. I'm guaranteed to get filled, just not at the best price, at my price that I'm limiting, but at least I'm guaranteed to get out of that position with a stop market. If this comes down, just straight down to 335, like just boom, straight down to 335, I'm taking it for a dip buy. Dip buys are quick ins and quick outs. Again, dip buys are quick ins and quick outs, but it's got to come to that level quick, hard, and fast. I mean, literally just straight down another 20 cents into 335. I'd look to take that for a quick dip buy opportunity. Again, dip buys are much different than reversals. Dip buys are scalps, probably 10 to 20 second trades. Reversals actually have time to play on out. You're looking for bigger moves out of those reversals. That would have been a dip buy opportunity. So I wonder if this is going to flag, right? Kind of consolidating here at high a day. A little bit of this flag formation. We know we have a good dip buy level at 335. It's trying to hold support at 350. It appears to be flagging, but we don't have any reason to touch this one yet. You're taking out that 350 order. So watch your level 2. Got a big buyer there at 350, and he was getting taken out. There's 351. There's 350. Look at the big order. 18.7. He's getting taken out. It's going to crack 350, guys. Watch for a 350 crack. Watch for a 350 crack here. And you're taking out that big buyer. Sellers are very strong right here. Dude, there's your crack. 344. So again, watching the level 2, you can get an idea if a level's going to hold or not. And you have an idea if it's going to crack and dump or if it's going to bounce strong based on what you see on the level 2. And we saw that you had a big buyer at 350 holding that stock up as support of 350. And what happened with his order? It was getting taken out. 20K, 15K, 10K, 5K. He was out. Boom. The stock drops below 350. Yeah, it didn't move that high. It didn't move that high. So that was most likely what we call a misprint, right? A misprint. So yeah. That was a misprint. We got a nice little flag formation here on AREB, guys. So AREB's looking decent here, right? Nice big rip. Volume's decreasing. We're consolidating into the 9 EMA. This is a bullish flag. Above 350, it shows potential for a leg up to 4 and then 418. Stops to be very, very tight. If I'm going to take this for a bull flag above the 9 EMA off momentum, my stops are really freaking tight. I mean, like ultra tight. Like the tightest of the tightest stop loss. Like the tightest of the tightest. Yes, that tight. So I'm long, small position for the bull flag off the 9 EMA. A lot of great volume. Price action looks decent. Again, starter position. Stops are really freaking tight. If it doesn't start breaking out of this flag, I'm out. I'm not really liking the price action. I'm going to go ahead and get out real quick because I don't want this to dump on down. But if it continues to set up, I could always jump right back in. So again, I wanted to take it right there at that point in time as I believed that was the area to see the flag start to break to the upside off the 9 EMA. And it's starting to struggle. So I went ahead and got out very, very quick with a very, very small loss. Right now, this is where a lot of traders are, guys. I know there's other stocks moving, but right now at this point in time, this is where the majority of traders are. And so in my opinion, this is where we need to be as well. Right? This is where the volume's at. This is where the movement is. So right now, AREB is where the focus should be, as this is where everybody else's focus is at this point in time. And this stock's all over the place, guys. It looks like it wants it. Looks like it wants it. Trying to get it. Come on, baby. You got it. Ah, man, it keeps playing around with me here. It looks like it wants it, guys. Above the 9 EMA. It's bouncing. It has the price action behind it. This should be the move if it's going to move. If this is going to start squeezing on up, this has got to be the point in time where it really starts to make that move over 360 and get that next leg up. And you can tell it wants it. Looking at that time in sales, there's a lot of orders coming through on the ask. There's a lot of orders coming through on that ask. And that's a good indication that we could see a nice big move here, guys. So AREB is definitely fighting to get that next leg up. We got to reclaim 365. There it is. And immediately washed on down. I got to start scaling out here, guys. Every time it moves up, it gets slammed down. That tells me that there's some hidden selling here on AREB. So whenever you see a stock fight like that, and I just want to go ahead and point this out, right? The stock could still rip and run, and I hope it does. And I hope it breaks on out, and I hope it rips up the $4 for you guys. But when you're in a trade and you see a strong wall of selling, and how do you know there's a lot of selling? Well, you can look at your level 2. And when you see a lot of sellers at a certain price, but you see buyers taking that out, buyers taking it out, and then it moves through that level of resistance with strong buying, and then literally moments later, it comes right back down very quick, and then buyers fight again for about 10, 20 seconds, and then boom, 2 seconds later, it comes right back down below that level. That's an indication of what we call hidden selling. The only thing that we can see on the level 2 is going to be limit orders, right? Buyers and sellers that are placing limit orders. You don't see market orders, right? You can see market orders on a time and sales though. And so a good indication of hidden selling is when you see a very strong level of resistance getting taken out from buyers, it breaks the level of resistance and then literally gets slammed right back down. And it tries to do it again, slammed on down. Tries to do it again, gets slammed on down. That's an indication that you have a lot of market orders up there, right? Someone's slamming the sell market, right? And it just keeps pushing the stock down, pushing the stock down, pushing the stock down. That's an indication that you probably won't get that big time breakout, that the stock could start turning around and start dumping. So I don't like that type of price action. And when I see that type of price action, I tend not to be in those trades because I'm just not a fan of that. See, look, every time it shoots all the way up into 370 and comes all the way back down to 360. All the way up to 370 right there. And then boom, falls all the way back down to 360. You can see that there's a lot of selling pressure right up here at the 370 level. So you guys are talking BKKT as well. BKKT is above that 715-ish mark, guys. BKKT with a very nice trend on up. We just pulled back into that prior level of resistance right around 708. This could be the next leg up towards around 750, guys, here on BKKT. Not a bad setup whatsoever there on BKKT. Good eye, Jamie. So KAVL, we can take that one off the watch list. PHUN is trying to get some action. We'll keep that one on watch. I think ATER is going to be a very, very good moving average squeeze formation. Bootaz, before we end, my problem is I hate taking even the smallest loss and will give a stock the chance to come back for me. Sometimes it works out great, but mostly not. And exactly. So I'm a I'm a person to get into a trade quick when I expect to see a move happen, right? At that point in time, I'm expecting to see the move happen. So I get in. If I don't see the move happen quickly, as I anticipate, I get out quick. I'll take a very small, what I call paper cut, right? And if it sets up and it still looks good, I'll get back in. If I don't like it, I get out. You may see me in and out of the same stock multiple times before actually catching the move that I'm expecting to catch. Why do I do that? Because as a new trader, I would try to give the stock a chance, right? Okay, I see this move. I'd get in, not see the move. It doesn't look good. All right, let me give it a chance. Let me give it a chance. And then boom, it would dump, it would crash, it would fall. I would take a big time loss. I'm like, there has to be a better way, right? So I'll get in when I expect to see a move happen. If the move happens, I'm making money. If the move doesn't happen, I get out quick. Break even, small loss, right? Most of the time, that stock will dump when I get out, and I'm glad I'm getting out. But every now and then, the stock will continue to prove itself. It'll hold up, and I'll jump right back in. It's not working out, I'm out. I still like it. I'll get back in, right? I'm not liking it. I get out. And eventually, I'll catch the move. But at least I'm not holding the position too long, right? Or staying in the trade too long to end up being in a big rug pull or a big dump. That's my way of trading, right? If I don't like it and I'm not seeing the move that I'm expecting at that point in time, I'm quick to get out because I know I can get right back in. All right, I can get right back in. But what I can't do is, I don't know. I can get right back in. The last thing that I want to do is hold just a little too long when I'm not confident and see a big rug pull and take a big boy loss, and I'm digging myself out of the hole. So right now, PHUN, break and hold above 345. We have room to 363, and that's a pretty good level of resistance from yesterday on PHUN. So this one's on high watch right now, guys. 345 support, top resistance at 363, and PHUN does have some room next up towards around 394 to $4. Absolutely, Jamie. I don't talk a lot about it. That's my edge, and I'm not here to teach you my edge. I'm here to teach you how to trade, the foundation, the fundamentals, so you can develop your own edge. But I will share that with you guys, absolutely, as far as what I do and why I do it, and how it benefits me, and how it keeps me on the winning side based on the way I like to trade. So you can see I was in and out of AREB multiple times, 3 times. I was down $400 at one point. Right? I'm down $195. Small paper cuts trying to catch the move. I'm not seeing the price action. I'm not seeing the move. I see hidden selling. Right? I'm not liking it. What happens? It comes all the way down. Do I want to get out for a 2-cent loss and take a small $200 paper cut? Do I want to hold this down 20 cents and be down $600, $1,000? I'm going to take my small paper cut of $195 because I can recover from that easy, versus digging myself a big hole when I already didn't like the trade, and now I have to dig myself out of a negative $1,000 hole. And that's my way of trading based on me wanting to be a quick trader, in and out quick. So my entire TOS just froze. So the markets are bouncing on up, and there's Boeing. Geez, look at Boeing, guys. Boeing did its thing-a-lang. If you guys were swinging Boeing from Monday, you guys just got very close to target. AMC is now above our 1874 level. So again, guys, AMC just ripped from 1826 to 1920. That's a dollar move without a pullback. Sit back, relax, wait for this to pull back down towards around that 1874, and that's a good pullback level on AMC. Spotify, guys. So SPOT. So What did we say? We need to sit back the first 15-ish minutes, look and see what the overall market does. What's the SPY doing? What's the Q doing? Was that just a quick overreaction, right? A lot of that was algorithmic, right? What we saw there right at 8:30 when CPI data was released was a lot of algorithmic trading, which pulled the markets down. Was that sustainable? Were we going to continue to move lower? Or was that just a quick overreaction? Right now at this point in time, it looks like it was just a quick overreaction. So if it is indeed, and we hold on up and we look good to the upside and things are calm once again, we can definitely go back to our watch list. Spotify for the daily gap fill. If Spotify breaks 177, we have room to 187. CRWD, right? This one looks very nice. This was a trade from yesterday on the watch list. CRWD even looks good. What's this doing? Moving average squeeze. Maybe we start to see this squeeze on CRWD. We have room to $200 next. High watch on that. RBLX, right? I'm liking RBLX as well. And Roblox, I want to see a break and a hold over yesterday's highs. So yesterday's highs on Roblox, actually post-market, 71.83. If Roblox can break and hold 71.83, guess where we have room to next? 74.74. A lot of great opportunity there. Snapchat looks great. This one as well, in a little bit of that moving average squeeze formation. So Snapchat breaking over 41.48, we have great potential to 44.20. That's another $3 move to the upside. Great opportunity on Snapchat. So right now, we have some very good opportunity. I'm entering BABA today for a swing trade, just so you guys know. And I'll definitely be considering Netflix for a swing trade as well. So BBIG is one of the top stocks. All right, so right now with BBIG team, okay, BBIG, the stock just ripped from that 345 pullback level. And again, 345 was key. We talked about this one this morning, right? BBIG supports 345, but we lost it. What were we looking for on BBIG? For a break and a hold above 345. That shows strength. We can get our next leg up. I can't trade everything, right? I can't trade every single thing that I type up that I put on watch. So I want you guys to know, just because I'm not in a trade doesn't mean it's a bad trade. I'm answering questions, I'm streaming, I'm commentating, I'm looking at the overall market, making sure you guys are prepared. So this is why I take the time in the mornings to put together these very detailed watches, okay? And the very detailed watch was BBIG. So you guys could have already been on BBIG, knowing 345 was a key level, looking at BBIG, even though I wasn't looking at it. You would have saw that the stock hold 345. You could have made your entries all by yourself, but have known why we were taking that trade and how to get involved. So hopefully some of you guys were able to capitalize on BBIG, as that one's working out beautifully, right? Maybe some of you guys were able to capitalize here over on BKKT, back above 715. All right, guys. So I know I got a little carried away 30 minutes into our morning, but I wanted to see if we had any quick wins. I want to get you guys prepared, and I want to leave you with that value. Where are we looking for the day? Where's the opportunity? What stocks have the focus? Where should your focus be? So I hope you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Enjoy the rest of your day, YouTubers. Trade smart and trade safe. You know where the opportunity is. You know where your focus should be. Just again, sit back, wait for your trade, and make it happen. Right now, AREB is one of our top stocks. BBIG, BKKT, and PHUN. These are the top 4 penny stocks that we're currently watching at this point in time. Assuming the SPY continues to move higher, assuming the Qs continue to move higher as well, and that was a quick overreaction. You can go back to the morning stock newsletter. You can scroll down and look at all of my individual watches for the day. Apple, Netflix, Boeing, AMC, Roblox, Spotify. As long as these continue to hold on up, and it was indeed a quick overreaction, jump back over to the morning stock newsletter. These are my personal watches, my entries, my exits, my targets, my reasoning behind the trade. Make some money, make it happen. Until next time, happy, safe trading, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning.